So, hey guys, looks like there's going to be another ban list update. Let's see if this is actually going to be a big one. So we can already see that um Rizal Cross is going to be banned, which I mean, it kind of makes sense. Rizal Cross is just a tad disgusting, right? So just having Rizal Cross alongside like Star Rizal, this makes a number of things true. So step one, you cannot hold any hand traps for do a drive. That becomes like impossible because you still resolve more or less everything else. And also because of how early you get access to Ryzeal Cross, this allows you to easily play around Nibiru. So yeah, remove this and Ryzeal becomes a lot weaker to the point where we can contend and start uh considering just putting these cards back up again. Just more copies of Sword, Ice, X-Ryzeal. Now that's at least negotiable. You could also negotiate to just keep them as is as well, technically. Depends how much people like Ryzeal. If you were to limit like Dodrift, that wouldn't do anything. Oh, maxx limit. Hmm. I kind of hate this because you still have to deal with maxx, right? Because it's still at 1. So, for consistency reasons, right? You would want to keep all of your cards that you play against maxx still in your deck. So that this is just extremely awkward, honestly. I'd rather have maxx at 3 or at 0. That's just like my personal preference. For consistency related reasons, that's about it, right? Well, I've heard of K9 Vanquish Soul, so I'm just assuming that these are pre-hits for that. Not much else to say about this, honestly. So, yeah. If Vanquish Soul gets increased consistency, regardless, then it's fairly fine. Stake Your Soul, kind of getting hit, Rousing and getting hit kind of sucks. Xiaolong is the one that doesn't matter, I believe, for the most part. Unless, like, it has something to do with K9, because at the moment, like, I normally only play 2 Xiaolong. So that doesn't bother me that much. But, alright, let's see these unlimits. So the unlimit I hate the most, Phantom of Yubel. Yeah, just how are you supposed to normally play around or deal with Phantom of Yubel? Like, what are you talking about? 3 Phantom of Yubel. Okay, what? We're serious? Like, if you activate Phantom of Yubel on your own turn, on turn 1, right? Then you get a Yubel additionally on the field, and then you can link that off or do whatever you want with that Yubel on field. And then you can make a second Phantom of Yubel. And then when you use that Phantom of Yubel on turn 2, you could make another one for on turn 3. And that's off of essentially making a single Phantom of Yubel. You can access all 3 pretty consistently. This is basically like a ghetto Appaloosa, bro. Like, what? What's up with that? All right, Maiden of White to 3. Sure. I mean, everything else was back to 3 anyways. Why was Maiden still at 2? Okay. Lightning Storm finally back to 3. Like why was this at 2? Like, what? That doesn't even really do anything. We can just play like Dark Hole instead or something of the 3rd copy of Lightning Storm or a copy of Duster or what have you, right? Completely pointless to have this at 2. Like, if you want it to at least be impactful, put it to like 1, 0, or keep it at 3. Putting something at 2 is like not very impactful here, and then we're getting Snake Eye Oak back. And yeah, I mean, Snake Eye Oak gives you 1 extra body of link material. That's literally all this card ever did. I mean, it also gives you like some search targets technically for like original Sinful Spoils, and also like search targets for Snake Eye Ash. Like, you know, when you start linking these guys off, summoning them back with Lambridge and whatnot, right? I guess there was that also. Not a whole lot to say about that, really. Because, this deck, Snake Eye has no actual boss monsters for the archetype. You just spam whatever generics you're feeling like. Technically, you can play this like Synchro, you can play this like a Link deck. You can probably play this like a fusion deck too if you really wanted to. It's just not a really good fusion deck, I don't think. But yeah, that's all we really have to say about this. Now that I think about it, I do have 2,000, or no, 3,000 and 3 Stake Crystals, so I get 60 UR dust back for that. Okay, cool, I guess. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.